don't shield your wife, mother, father, husband, friend, sweetheart, sugar daddy, brother, uncle, neighbor, or friend if that person is hurting a child or inappropriately involved with a child.
We support the Prime Minister's call. Don't be silent when it comes to abuse. You'll hear more about that in the next few minutes. Also in this half hour, summer is upon us. Yes, it's the start of a long, hot summer holiday. The children will be out of school in the next few days, and we'll share some cool ways to keep them occupied. Thanks for making it Jamaica Magazine. I'm Theo, your host. The show gets going with a word of advice followed by the news.
Each time you're not paying full attention to the road environment, the greater your chances of getting in a crash like that. Plan routes to avoid focusing on GPS systems, prevent children from roaming in motor vehicles, turn down the volume of car stereo systems, pull off the roadway if you have to use mobile devices, do not read, watch television or eat while driving, avoid multitasking, and keep conversations with other passengers to a minimum. Whether you walk, ride, or drive, avoid potentially fatal distractions.
Good day, I'm Tamara McHale and this is your GIS news for Monday, June 22. Number portability for all Jamaicans is now in effect. It means consumers are now able to switch from one telecommunications network to another and retain their original numbers. Number portability is available for both mobile and fixed line services, and the first port became possible at 9 o'clock this morning. Science and Technology Minister Philip Paulwell has expressed relief and satisfaction at the long-awaited development. He says that like all new systems of this magnitude, there may be minor glitches, but says he expects any issue to be quickly addressed with minimal inconvenience to consumers. Under the Telecommunications Act, Number Portability Rules 2014, providers cannot charge subscribers who wish to switch from one network to another. Wide-scale vector control activities are being carried out in Portmore to get rid of virus-carrying mosquitoes. Acting Mayor of Portmore, Councillor Leon Thomas, says the activities include $12 million in drain cleaning work.
In Waterford, Westchester Division, Gregory Park, Nagued, Greater Portmore, Brayton, all 12 divisions across the length and breadth of Portmore start drain cleaning.
Councillor Thomas gave the update at the recent contract signing for construction of the Helsher Bridge. He said fogging was also being done to control the mosquito population. And with the help of the Ministry of Health, the municipality is implementing a public education campaign to prevent vector-borne diseases. The acting mayor said the municipality was looking to do a much better job in curtailing the Zika virus if it comes to our shores. The Education Ministry will be using a significant portion of its capital budget this year to upgrade high schools that are seen as less preferred institutions for secondary education. Portfolio Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaite says this is in an effort to increase the number of schools to which parents feel confident sending their children. While speaking on GIS TV's Issues and Answers program this Sunday, he encouraged parents not to select schools for their children based on traditional prejudices. He pointed to specific non-traditional high schools in different parishes that are doing well.
Take South St. Andrew, for example. Traditionally, the two high schools there have not been highly regarded, Charlie Smith and Trenchtown. Sure. And under the aegis of the Member of Parliament and a cohort of educators, what we're doing is strengthening Charlie Smith to become a center of excellence in secondary education, adding facilities, upgrading teachers, leadership, etc., while Trenchtown, the present Trenchtown High will be used as a tertiary institution, which I think is going to help the community also.
4 pieces of legislation will be amended this legislative year to better protect the intellectual property of Jamaicans. The Copyright Act has already been passed by the House of Representatives and is now before the Senate. It seeks to expand the period of protection for a creative piece of work after the owner's death from 50 to 95 years.
We're bringing the Trademark Acts and we're bringing as well the Madrid Protocol and the Patent Acts. All of those will frame out the intellectual property space.
The industry minister was speaking at the recent launch of the inaugural Jamaica Film Festival. Jamaica Promotions Corporation is staging the festival from July 7 to 11. About 40 films will be screened at various locations across the corporate area. Phase 2 of the National Export Strategy will be launched on June 30. It's expected to further boost Jamaica's competitiveness in the global marketplace. Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce Anthony Hilton says Phase 2 of the export strategy will focus on fewer, more precise and impactful initiatives for the priority sectors. Food export is a major priority.
The objective is to have Jamaican food safety systems deemed comparable to that of the US and other major markets to ensure ease of access for our exporters.
Development of the export strategy is being led by Jamaica Promotions Corporation. June is being observed as National Exporters Month under the theme Achieving Economic Growth Through Excellence in Exports. And finally, Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller is urging Jamaicans to break their silence on child abuse.
I want to send a message loud and clear to all Jamaicans. Don't cover up child abuse, whether it is happening in your family, or your neighbors, or in your community.
The Prime Minister was speaking at a Unite for Change conference on Friday.
I encourage all of us to continue to work at building a Jamaica that is safe, peaceful, and prosperous. A Jamaica that cares for and protects its children.
The conference was held under the theme, Do the Right Thing, Volunteer to Protect Our Children. And that's it for GIS News today. I'm Tamara McHale. Thank you for watching.
I say be careful what you teach your little children. Make sure I know something to hurt them.
Parents, keep your children safe and protected. Stay alert and be aware of where your children are at all times. Submit the latest photo of your child to his or her school. Know what's happening with your child. Listen to them when they say they don't feel comfortable going to a certain place or being around certain persons. Act quickly when your child tells you he or she has been touched inappropriately or approached with unwanted requests. Be the change. Help us protect our children. For more information, call 1-888-776-8328 or 1-876-878-2882.
Times like these, I'm missing our heroes. Yeah. Times like these, I really wish they were around. Shouldn't have to be like this. Oh, Miss Lou, we need you. Yes.
Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller has been leading the national campaign against child abuse. Last week, she stood with the Unite for Change initiative, which is encouraging Jamaicans to do the right thing and volunteer to protect our children. Hear more about that and other stories on Jamaica House Weekly.
Don't cover up child abuse.
Also, OPM heads west for the Jamaica House media briefing, and Prime Minister celebrates the service of Scarlett Gillings. I'm Simone Wolf with Jamaica House Weekly. Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller has called for Jamaicans to not cover up instances of child abuse in their communities.
Don't shield your wife, mother, father, husband, friend, sweetheart, sugar daddy, brother, uncle, neighbor, or friend if that person is hurting a child or inappropriately involved with a child.
Mrs. Simpson Miller was speaking at a Unite for Change conference last Friday. She also encouraged persons to say what they know about known or suspected child abuse cases.
We must report child abuse to the police, and especially the Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse, SISOCO, the Child Development Agency, the Office of the Children's Advocate, and the Office of the Children Registry.
The Unite for Change conference was held under the theme, Do the Right Thing, Volunteer to Protect Our Children. Minister responsible for information, Senator Sandra Faulkner, was also at the Unite for Change conference and made her own plea.
Let us stand together and actively work to protect our children from all forms of violence, especially gender-based violence. Do the right thing and volunteer to protect our children.
On Friday afternoon, the Information Minister met with the union delegate and worker representatives of the Public Broadcasting Corporation of Jamaica, PBCJ. This after 7 PBCJ employees staged a demonstration outside Parliament Friday morning. In a statement, Minister Faulkner said she had asked the Human Resource Division to look into the concerns raised by the workers. The minister also scheduled separate meetings with the management and staff to resolve the issues. Before that, Senator Faulkner was in the second city where she convened a Jamaica House media briefing. It was part of activities for the biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, which was held from June 13 to 18 in Montego Bay. Senator Faulkner used the occasion to update the diaspora and citizens of Western Jamaica on cabinet deliberations. Among them, a $7 million water supply system for the Kingston metropolitan area, amendments to the Customs Act, and the revision of the national HIV policy. Behavior modification was Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller's message as she visited the Coburn Gardens Primary and Junior High School on Friday.
This morning, we are taking steps to ensure the positive development of our children. What is being done today will have a far-reaching impact on improving the well-being of our students. We must make every effort to prepare the next generation for a successful future.
She was addressing the launch of the Achenbach System of Empirically Based Assessment, a SEBA behavior modification program. The initiative is designed to proactively identify students with behavioral problems and recommend intervention to effectively deal with the issues.
We are taking steps to ensure the positive development of our children. What is being done today will have a far-reaching impact on improving the well-being of our students. We must make every effort to prepare the next generation for a successful future.
On Wednesday, Mrs. Simpson Miller celebrated the contributions of Scarlett Gillings, the outgoing managing director of the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF.
It is significant when someone spends 30 years working to improve the living conditions of other people. This is what her career, which spans more than 30 years, has been about. Her efforts have been central to the national program to alleviate and eradicate poverty in Jamaica.
Scarlett Gillings served JSIF for 18 years as managing director, during which time Jamaica recorded significant reduction in poverty levels. The Prime Minister also welcomed JSIF's new managing director Omar Sweeney to the post. Sweeney is a former regional director for the Jamaica Public Service Company. Digicel's new CEO, David Butler, also paid a visit to Prime Minister Simpson Miller on Tuesday. The two spoke of how the CEO would build on Digicel's involvement in Jamaica. And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Join us next week for more of the stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.
Daddy, don't touch me there. I'm gonna tell you one day, I swear. Can't you see I'm scared? You're supposed to be my father. Woo, Daddy, don't touch me there. I'm gonna tell you one day, I swear. Can't you see I'm scared? You're supposed to be. Every day I wonder why my daddy had to be.
Is your silence worth the life of a child? Report child abuse. Call the Office of the Children's Registry at 1-888-PROTECT. Be the change. Speak out. Protect our children.
Are you feeling the heat? The summer is here in full force, and for parents, that also means the children will be out of school for several weeks. If you're still wondering how to entertain them and keep them cool at the same time, consider a trip to any one of these attractions managed by the Urban Development Corporation.
Wondering where to go for fun, excitement, or the opportunity to hang out with family and friends? Look no further. The Urban Development Corporation has a wide variety of recreational facilities, including beaches, for your enjoyment. Journey with us to the western end of the island, which is known for its white sand beaches, Westmoreland to be exact. There you will find the Long Bay Beach. Long Bay Beach Park is found along Negrill's sparkling 7 miles of white sand beach. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., the beach has picnic benches in the park and changing facilities. Visitors have more than 9 hectares of beach to enjoy at Long Bay Beach Park. On the north coast, the jewel of Caribbean waterfalls reigns supreme at Dunn's River Falls. Dunn's River Falls is one of the island's most outstanding natural treasures. It offers 600 feet of climbing pleasure for thousands of visitors and locals alike. The Dunn's River Falls and Park, which is a popular recreational spot all year round, is open daily from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. In proximity to Dunn's River Falls is another of the UDC's managed and maintained facility, the multi-award-winning Green Grotto Caves. This tourist attraction includes a guided tour through an active cave system. The experience is educational, historic, cultural, and a soft adventure. During the tour, emphasis is placed on protection of the natural ecosystem as the caves operate within the tenets of an environmental management system. The caves were the first worldwide and in the Caribbean to be awarded Green Globe certification. This certification confirms that the Green Grotto Caves maintain good environmental and social practices. Green Grotto Caves is open every day between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. and has other facilities and amenities such as restrooms, a snack shop, a logo shop set on well-manicured lawns, and gardens. So we showed you those breathtaking beaches and recreational spots along the north and west coasts. Now it's time to travel to the east. There we'll explore the picture-perfect Reach Falls in Portland. These pulsating falls are situated in a luxurious tropical park found along 5 miles above Manchonil, a small fishing village. The attraction features a cascading waterfall, a picnic area, and a nature trail. The lush greenery of the montane forest and the refreshing pool beneath the waterfall promise a memorable experience. Reach Falls is open Wednesday to Sunday between the hours of 8:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. In Helsha, St. Catherine is the Fort Clarence Beach for the beach lovers. The 16-hectare beach park is a popular family fun day and picnic spot. It's also an ideal relaxation spot for residents of Portmore, Kingston, and neighboring communities. Our white sand, fish, and bammy and a clean atmosphere is one that guarantees the best beach experience. So this weekend, why not treat yourself? Opening hours are Wednesdays to Fridays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So when thinking of where to go for fun, excitement, or just to hang out with family and friends, remember to choose from our beaches, Long Bay, Bluefields, Dunn's River, and Fort Clarence. And for other activities, there are the Green Grotto Caves, Two Sisters Caves, and Reach Falls. The Urban Development Corporation, maintaining some of the island's finest beaches and recreational facilities for your enjoyment.
My mother taught me how to work for what I want. And if you don't work for it, then you don't deserve it.
They always tell me, be yourself. Don't try to be like others.
They help me through tough times, good time, bad time, they're always there for me.
Once the family is good, teach the children the right things, then them can grow up on the right.
Up next, a family excursion steeped in culture.
With its establishment in 1974, the National Gallery of Jamaica is the oldest and largest public art gallery in the English-speaking Caribbean.
We inherited in 1974 a collection of Jamaican art from the Institute of Jamaica. It was a very small collection at the time, about 220 works of art, paintings and sculptures. Our collection since then has grown to more than 1,800 pieces.
Starting out at Devon House, the National Gallery of Jamaica was moved to the Roy West building on the Kingston waterfront in 1983. What was meant to be a temporary relocation until a new gallery was built has become the long-term, if not permanent, home of the National Gallery of Jamaica. But it's not hard to see why the gallery remains at this locale.
We have about 36,000 square foot of facilities here, 30,000 of which are exhibition space.
The NGJ speaks to the history, the breadth and depth of Jamaica's visual arts. It tracks the development of an indigenous visual art from pre-Columbian to contemporary times, giving visitors an idea of the different streams of art and artists, Jamaicans, persons in the diaspora, and those artists operating out of Jamaica. As a result, visitors have a wide array of artworks to choose from: paintings, drawings, to sculptures, ceramics, photography, installations, and now video art.
The National Gallery has been great, I have to say. It's my first time here and I'm really impressed with the variety of works as well. So I've seen some of the sculptures and some of the paintings and the mixed media, and it's all been very interesting.
Repeat visitors need not fear that they will see the same exhibits every time they come to the National Gallery of Jamaica. While the NGJ has predominantly permanent and semi-permanent exhibits, there are at least 5 temporary exhibits per year. These exhibits range from a variety of subjects, including national exhibits like the National Visual Arts Competition and the Biennial Exhibition, solo exhibits or retrospectives on a particular artist, thematic exhibitions, and exhibits focused on a certain aspect of Jamaican art. The NGJ provides a range of services to the over 20,000 visitors it receives annually. Students and children make up the bulk of this figure, demonstrating the interest, appreciation, and future of the Jamaican art scene.
We have a small library and archive on Jamaican art, so students come here to do research. On that we provide guided tours of the National Gallery. We have a children's art program on Saturday mornings. It's a free program, it's funded by Chase. We also organize lectures, panel discussions, film showing. In terms of visitor services, we have a gift shop, we have a coffee shop. We also provide various support services for instance, people who want to publish about Jamaican art and who need assistance with copyright issues, with access to images.
How is the National Gallery of Jamaica funded?
We have received no capital allocation to acquire works of art for most of our existence. We have, however, been able to develop our collection by means of donations. We also seek sponsorship, and then we also have some internal revenues from admissions, from donations in our donations box, our gift shop, our coffee shop. But donations really, I think, at present represent the bulk of our collection's development.
As the quintessential public gallery and museum, the National Gallery of Jamaica is staying true to its mandate to collect, research, document, and preserve Jamaican and other Caribbean art and related material while promoting our artistic heritage for the benefit of present and future generations. So if you have some time, come on by. The NGJ can be contacted by calling 922-1561-3. And if going to the NGJ is not possible, there is always cyberspace. This has been the Arts Page.
Before God and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body. In service of my fellow citizens, I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may, under God, increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race.
Jamaica Magazine has come to a close, but that doesn't mean it's the end of our interaction. We are online all day, every day at jis.gov.jm. If social media is more your speed, like us on Facebook, add us on Twitter, or download our app for daily info on all the positive things coming out of our island home. It was a pleasure to be your guide for the past half hour. Be sure to join us again tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.